Who is Bassirou Diomaye Diakhar Faye? Bassirou Diomaye Diakhar Faye is born on 25 March 1980 in Ndiaga Niao, in the western department of Mbour, Senegal. He is a Senegalese politician and former tax inspector who is the president-elect of Senegal. He is the former general secretary of the dissolved PASTEF and won the 2024 Senegalese presidential election in place of disqualified candidate Ousmane Sonko. Education and early career. In 2000, Faye earned his baccalaureate. He successfully attained a master's degree in law and subsequently cleared both competitive exams, enrolling at the National School of Administration, ENA, and the magistracy in 2004. After graduation, Faye opted to become a tax inspector in the Tax and Estates Department, where he befriended Sonko, a fellow alum from the same school. In 2014, Faye and Sonko's relationship grew closer in the Taxes and Estates Union, created by Sonko, the leader of newly founded PASTEF. During his time as the head of the union, Faye campaigned to facilitate home ownership for tax and property agents. Political career. Initially a guest, when the party was founded, Faye swiftly ascended to become one of the most prominent figures within the party. He would go on to become one of the ideologues and designers of Sonko's program for his candidacy in the 2019 Senegalese presidential election. Sonko gained almost 16% of the vote and came third. In February 2021, Faye became the general secretary of PASTEF after Sonko was arrested, being accused of repeated rape by a massage parlor employee. Faye attempted to unite the opposition for the 2022 elections as part of its strategy to win power, winning 56 seats under the Liberate the People Alliance. Presidential campaign. After uncertainty over the possibility of Sonko being a candidate in the presidential election, PASTEF endorsed Faye in November 2023 as its candidate for the 2024 presidential election, despite him being detained. However, PASTEF had been dissolved several months earlier, meaning he was running as an independent. On 20th January 2024, the Senegalese Constitutional Council published the final list of candidates for the presidential election, and Sonko did not appear there after several legal battles. Faye's candidacy was validated because he was never convicted, although remaining detained. Sonko quickly announced his support to Faye for the election. On 15th March 2024, a day after Faye's release from jail, he gathered hundreds of supporters at his first public appearance as a presidential contender. Former President Abdoulaye Wade and his Senegalese Democratic Party, PDS, endorsed Faye on the same day, in a boost to his chances of winning the election. The move came after PDS candidate Karim Wade was disqualified from contesting the race because he was a dual citizen at the time he submitted his candidacy. Cheikh Tidiane Diaye, another candidate in the presidential election, withdrew in favor of Faye. During the presidential campaign, he promised to create jobs, campaigned strongly against corruption, and vowed to re-examine energy contracts. He ran under the slogan Diomaye Mouy Ousmane, which means Diomaye is Ousmane in Wolof, and is hoping Sonko's charisma and popular appeal amongst Senegal's youth will boost his campaign. Faye's program is similar to Sonko's for 2019. During the campaign, Faye released a declaration of his assets and called on other candidates to follow suit. Imprisonment and release. On 14th April 2023, Faye was apprehended as he exited his tax and property office on Rue de Thiong in Dakar. Subsequently, he was placed under police custody for charges including spreading false news, contempt of court, and defamation of a constituted body, following a social media post he made. In this post, he denounced the perceived injustice within the judicial system, foreseeing a verdict that could potentially disqualify Sonko in a legal dispute between PASTEF and the Minister of Tourism, Mbaye Niang. As the situation progressed, additional charges of incitement to insurrection and undermining state security were brought against him, resulting in an indefinite period of detention. After an attempt by incumbent President Macky Sall in February to postpone the election citing unresolved disputes over who could run, widespread protests occurred, and the Constitutional Council overturned the postponement. In response to the protests and overturn, Sall said that he would leave office as scheduled on 2nd April, setting the date on 24th of March. He also expressed his willingness to release Sonko, Faye, and all their supporters as an act of good faith. At the end of February, the government tabled an amnesty bill to calm the social and political climate. The government released several hundred political prisoners, and on 14th of March, days before the election, Sonko and Faye were released from prison. Political positions. Faye says he believes in system change and left-wing Pan-Africanism to reclaim Senegal's sovereignty, a rhetoric analysts believe is an allusion to intentions to distance the country from Western powers, especially former colonial ruler France. He also vowed to fight the French economic stranglehold over Senegal if elected. Constitutional reforms. Faye has promised to reduce presidential powers and reintroduce the vice presidency. Corruption. Faye has prioritized fighting political corruption if he is elected president, saying, "No country can develop when corruption and embezzlement of public funds are endemic." Currency. Faye wants to implement a monetary reform to finance the economy of Senegal, removing the CFA franc. In his program, he states, "We will carry out a monetary reform that will allow our country to have its currency." In a press conference, he added, "There's no sovereignty if there is no monetary sovereignty." After concern from foreign investors, he walked back the promise in March 2023, saying that Senegal will seek to implement a reform of the CFA franc at a regional level first, and if that fails, will consider creating a national currency. Energy. Faye believes in the renegotiation of contracts between the government and corporations in sectors ranging from energy and mining to fishing. He has also pledged to equally distribute profits out of a gas field that is expected to start production in 2024. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to like the video, comment, and share with your friends.